Tough loss tonight. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach.
Well, I was very impressed with Belmont. They came out and played really well together as a team, even though they were down, one of their better players. Um, they took care of business. Really, really impressive. Great job by their team. Excellent job of their coaches at getting them prepared. Um, just, there's a reason why they're in first place, and it looked like it tonight. From our side of it, we could not match that intensity, especially from a defensive perspective, which you're really going to need on a night where we struggled shooting the basketball. Our decision making and execution certainly lacked in the first half for sure. I think we had 13 turnovers at halftime, which is something we hadn't done. We kind of had it down to 13, 14, 15 turnovers in the game. So that was disappointing. But at the end of the day, we've still got to learn, grow, and get better with our understanding on a defensive end. We got to know our jobs better. We've got to do it with a heightened sense of urgency, on edge, on a repetitive basis against the best. When you're going against the best on a night like tonight, and really for us, that's everybody in our league. But if you want to compete against the best, you're going to have to give your best. And that starts with watching film, preparing. That it starts with practicing with a lot of energy and effort. And then that will put you in the best situation when the game comes around to go out and execute.
When it's hard to find a rhythm early on, what you say to the team at halftime to kind of get them to rally a little bit, because they didn't look like they were hanging their heads. They were trying to keep the fight in the game.
No, hey, listen, this team has been amazing all year long. They stick to the code. Certainly there's a huge learning curve for us with that. In a lot of ways, this is year one. We've talked about just kind of where we are in terms of growth, experience in the program. Our team is just young and inexperienced, but they try to stick to the code, and that's about giving maximum effort every single time. I thought their leadership and body language was good. They stayed with it. They didn't quit, even though they weren't performing very well, and the other team was performing at a really outstandingly high level. That for me is what I'm really proud of most in a year of disruption, with a year of losing the summer, with not having a chance to practice as much as we have been able to in the past, with season-ending injuries and just all kinds of different things that at the end of the day may seem like excuses, and in a lot of ways they are. But there's also a really big picture understanding about just where we are also in growth and development in the process of building this program. I could not be more proud of these guys for showing up, being a family, believing into the culture, and because you really can't on a daily basis, when you watch our guys interact, perform, compete on the court, in the classroom, our record's not indicative of that. And I do think we're getting better. Tonight was a little bit of a setback, and obviously I'm going to give Belmont the credit for that. First place team, they played like it tonight.
And of course, it's tough to find positives in a game like this, but Shandon Goldman, career high in points, career high in 3-pointers. He had a pretty good night.
No, I think Biggie's been playing better here of late. He really has. And tonight he's found more opportunities out there. I thought he did a great job of ball faking. On occasion, it was for a 3-point shot. On other occasions, it was on drives to the basket. That's very, very positive. So we need some other guys to continue to learn, grow like that, not only from the offensive side of the ball, but we've got to start making this progress too on a defensive end. And we will. That's a huge focus for us, so that because you're not just going to outscore Belmont. You've got to eventually stop them. You're not just going to outscore an Eastern Kentucky on the road. You're going to have to eventually stop them. We were at EIU, scored 81 points. We've got to stop them. We got to make it hard on them. And that's kind of the next step for us, that we need to make more growth from a defensive perspective. Yes, we need consistency on offense as well. Make no mistake about that. But there are times from an offensive perspective, it looks just fine. Right now, defensively, we don't have stretches or good enough play on a repetitive basis in games where it needs to be to compete night in, night out. So that's obviously something we talk about, and we're aware of it, and we're working on it.
How do you move past a game like this and get everybody back together? Because there is a lot of games left to play with Tennessee State coming in on Saturday.
Yeah, I think we've played 14. We got 14 left.
Yeah.
In a very small amount of time. So if you're going to be a competitor, you got to handle the tough nights, the tough things in life that come your way, just like you do the really successful nights. So, don't talk about wanting to be a great competitor. Don't talk about wanting to be a really good player or team if you're going to let one thing deter your resolve. And I don't think for 1 second that our guys will do that.
All right. Well, we'll see you on Saturday night.
Thank you.